let's jump into the beginning of Folklore, starting with The One. And not the O-N-E, The One, like number one. Here we go. Yeah. Already, I'm instantly like... You can just feel the salt air, you know? Yeah.
I'm doing good, I'm on some new shit. Been saying yes instead of no.
Taylor Swift swearing. Crazy.
I saw you at the bus stop, I didn't though.
Yeah.
I hit the ground running each night. I hit the Sunday matinee. You know the greatest films of all time were never made.
Such a deep lyric, right?
I guess you never know, never know. And if you wanted me, you really should have showed. And if you never bleed, you're never gonna grow. And it's all right now. But we were something, don't you think so? Roaring 20s, tossing pennies in the pool.
Roaring 20s, Gatsby. So Gatsby.
It would have been you. In my defense, I have none. For never leaving well enough alone. But it would have been fun if you would have been the one.
Oh man, okay, quick pause. It's funny doing this knowing the song already. Like I've also gotten a lot of feedback from when I pause versus when I don't pause versus when I talk over the lyrics. So I'm trying to have balance, okay? It's all about balance. But yeah, man, the way this song starts, it's just, it instantly is like a shift into a different world, the way that I hear it. It just teleports me to this creation that Taylor Swift has made. And it just, it's not going to be like anything else that she's made in the past. It's funny, the piano, like she uses a lot of guitar she plays guitar, I feel like, as her main instrument. So hearing piano is different than what we're used to with Taylor Swift, although she does play piano. I understand that. But it's funny that this song starts with piano. The way that those chords start at the beginning too, they're like this bright, crisp. They sound like a new beginning. They sound like a fresh start. And that's absolutely what she's addressing in this song. So it has this like fun undertone of like potential joy and happiness with these lyrics that are like, you could have been the one, you know? It's like would've, could've, should've. In a way where, it's like, if only, if only. And it's funny how she switched out Invisible String during her tour and being locked into love with someone forever to this. The juxtaposition of that switch, like, that is crazy. Going from a song that's like, we were together forever, we were meant to be together, da-da-da-da-da. I'll get into my thoughts on that. But switching to The One during the tour to be like, we could have been the one, This is all about her ex, Joe, As I say, I'm not going to talk about lyrics and relationships. I do know that, you know what I mean? That's crazy. Okay, moving on.
I have this dream you're doing cool shit. Having adventures on your own. You meet some woman on the internet and
take her home. That changed during tour?
We never painted by the numbers, baby. But we were making it count.
Okay, the harmonies on headphones.
The greatest loves of all time are over now.
Holy macaroni.
I guess you never know, never know.
I guess I never knew about these harmonies.
It's another day waking up alone. But we were something, don't you think so? Roaring 20s, tossing pennies in the pool. And if my wishes came true, it would have been you. In my defense, I have none. For never leaving well enough alone. But it would have been fun if you would have been the one. I persist and resist the temptation to ask you if one thing had been different.
Wow, like the one thing.
Everything
the one.
Different today. We were something, don't you think so? Rose flowing with your chosen family. And it would have been sweet if it could have been me. In my defense, I have none. For another time. But it would have been fun if you would have been the one.
This little atmospheric distortion at the end too, right? Wow. Okay, so that's the one. And that was written by Taylor and Aaron Dessner, our first Aaron track, which makes sense kind of for the piano. I feel like he's always been more piano based. Oh, yeah. I mean, like I said, it's just so funny with the one. It's like such a, I don't know, happy-go-lucky kind of vibe mixed with these lyrics that are like, ha, could have been the one, you know? It's like, oh man, we're so close. You're so close. And for anybody who's ever experienced that relationship where you're like, this was literally like 99% there, that hits, you know, that freaking hits. I also feel like she's really addressing, like, in my defense, I have none. She's like, this isn't my fault in a way, you know? She's like, I've got nothing, you know? I would imagine that lyric to her means like, I gave you everything, you know? Like, in my defense, I have none. I did my best, you know? I made it as best as I could. And not saying that's all the other person's fault per se, but I think she's like, I think in a way she feels a little bit like hands unattached from it. She's like, I tried, you know? Roaring 20s, tossing pennies in the pool. That feels very like 1989, the end of 1989 with the fountain, you know? I'm getting a vibe of that. This is why we can't have nice things. I always get a reference, like a vibe to that reference, because it's like we had such good things, and this is why we can't have nice things, because, you know, like we were so close and something happened, you know? I just love that this is one of the first songs I heard Taylor Swift swearing into. She's like, I've been good. I'm on some new, like, I'm good. I think about that lyric a lot, you know? And that's such a kind of like, screw you line, you know? Like, I'm good. And what a way to start an album, too, that's so different than anything else that she's done in the past, you know? Like, I'm on some new stuff. Like, this is new. This is different. This is Folklore. Always a great start to the era of what Folklore is.